What did we think of the shenanigans?
Juicy.
I love it.
The ending, I thought it was gonna go the other way. Like when I thought the queen was gonna be like, you know what, like, why didn't you tell me this? We could have gone a different way and still, like, you know, like more open or accepting. But of course, you know, it's royalty and they're trying to stay traditional. And I was like, damn it.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised like they did even convince her. I guess Henry's mom had to threaten her.
Yeah,
I
and
still
maybe
thought it
she's
was
not as powerful as she has been, and she's like how they kept saying that she's afraid of them. And she's like getting older, and it kind of reminds me a lot, not the same thing, but it reminds me a little bit of like the Meghan and Harry situation where, like, you know, there was a lot of conflict between how they did things and how the royal family typically does things. And in the end, it was so bad that they left and just like totally like it was incompatible, I guess. But I feel like these kinds of things, like, you know, this kind of tension is probably pretty real to how things sometimes go. And I think the author wanted it to, like, you know, I don't, you know, we don't know, but like the author clearly like wants to, like, even when they have obstacles, like she never lets it get super dark. Like she likes it to be kind of like an uplifting story. So even though they have like literal royalty to contend with, like they're not being made to suffer too much, which is kind of interesting. And I don't know if it would really go that way in real life, because like as we see now, there's so much like bigotry that is like, you know, kind of resurfacing in certain places, even here, you know, that's getting worse in some places. But I feel like that was a big rambling. I don't know where I was going with that, but those are some thoughts.
It's like she wants to be realistic, but not too realistic where, you know, because I mean, I'm happy as a reader. If it turned out how things truly go down, I probably wouldn't have liked it as much but I thought it was as realistic as she could have been, with still it being like this lighthearted book, like you were saying, in some aspects.
Yeah, and it's like it's a very relatable book. Like, even though like I'm not gay, so I don't have this issue. You know, I've never had the issues they're facing, but like it's just kind of, and of course we're not in the royal family or the president's kid, but it's just like the issues of like relationships and parents' approval. Like, I don't know, I feel like they make it really relatable, even though it's like they're such kind of unrelatable people, but the way she writes it, it's nice. It's like, you know, humanizing everyone.
Who do you think leaked it all? Or do you think it's one person, or do you think it's just like they were being careless?
I don't think it was the emails. I think because of the photos. Well, I don't know. That's kind of like someone must have hired them, like a photographer. They're going to be here. Like, I don't know. It just didn't make any sense to me. It's almost like it was planned. So I'm thinking like, okay, obviously wasn't Luna, because he was after, right? Like after the photos were taken. I almost want to say it might have been Henry.
Huh?
Oh.
No, because they took the pictures in London.
I feel like it has to be someone who has some idea that these things were happening, because they're so specific that they knew that they were in the car and they knew that they had been emailing each other. And I feel like it has to be someone, or, you know, someone leaked something, because those are very specific things to know about. Like, they aren't just like, oh, this person was there. And then we happened to find out. Like, it's like they found everything, which is kind of surprising. Like, either it's somebody from the inside or like someone that's been like watching them and figuring stuff out for a while.
Well, who knew?
Well, Alex kept saying that like it kept growing and growing, so maybe some Secret Service agent. It was like a bunch of Secret Service people and then like their family members and friends. Yeah. I feel like insecurity people, and then like you know, a few like staff member type people like Zara and Sean, the British.
Oh yeah, Cash. Who's Cash? Because he's kind of around, but like
that's the Secret Service guy. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then like, why would they leak it? Though? Like to
Maybe.
help the Richardson people or whatever Richards. Did they get paid off?
I thought it was funny too that it was like the private email server, which is what happened in the 2016 election too. I was like, did she include that on purpose as like a little like Easter egg?
Emails, yeah. I was wondering if maybe I was gonna say maybe the first few pictures there were coincidence, and then someone like gave him like a tip or something, and then because the emails came in first, or the pictures, right? One picture.
Well, they like had it all at once, it seems, but the pictures were from like months ago, I think.
Yeah,
and then
there was one
they
where
had like all the emails.
Yeah, where I think June was like, "Oh no, I'll be with Henry," and like they were both gonna be dating each other. Like Nora with
that
Alex.
was after they got photographed at the
DNC.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. So I feel like,
and then
ever since
the one of them
then,
kissing was at the same time as the email.
Yeah, so I feel like that kissing one could have been anybody, because I feel like they're just like eyes on them. Everyone's trying to get their story. Like that's what's in, because of the previous story. So that's how I think. Not all of it would be one person, but I can see how it could be one insider.
I don't know. It's all timed together. I feel like that's one person like happening to release it all. It was all on WikiLeaks, right? They packaged everything and put it there. More 2016 callbacks.
I hope it's not someone like close to them. Just be dramatic. Like, it doesn't seem it would be Beatrice or anything, because she seems really supportive, but if it turned out to be like someone like that in their inner circle, that would just be terrible.
I just keep thinking we haven't heard anything about Pez. Why is that? Like, I thought they were pretty close friends, and then it's just like not there.
True.
I don't know.
What if it's Philip? But he seems too obvious.
And why would
he's always disapproved? Maybe just to, I don't know, maybe he feels like he wants to embarrass his brother or something. But yeah, he wouldn't do that because he would like feel like it reflects badly on him.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
I guess we'll find out, right?
Yes, can't wait.
I was actually pretty hooked this last section, like, because I just thought the whole thing was like super sweet and like romantic, the way they would hold each other. Like, are we talking about the same thing? Like, I don't know. They both admitting that they loved each other. Like, it was just, I don't know, just super sweet.
Well, all chapter 11 was just them emailing each other, pretty much like their love letters. Like, I love you this much. Oh, I love you and I love you.
Yeah, that's like so romantic.
Yeah.
Realistic.
It's so cute.
I don't know how anyone could read those letters.
No, you said unrealistic or realistic?
No, unrealistic.
Unrealistic.
But I said a kid.
Funny thing is, at some point, I actually used to email my boyfriend with my ex. It was hilarious. But it was, other issues that were keeping us. It was like whole freaking Romeo and Juliet keeping us apart. So, yeah. But that was hilarious.
Were your emails romantic like these?
No. It was just checking in on each other.
What are you doing? What are you doing now?
No. Like sometimes I would forget my phone at work and I'd have to email my husband.
Louise still emails me. My phone is dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
It still exists, man. You gotta, that's the last resort. If you can't do text or something, you can't do a call, email. It's a little faster than, snail mail. So
yeah, and like if you're on your work computer, like you don't really have Facebook or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you can be.
I never remember my password, so
So you have an automatic sign in everywhere.
But then
yeah.
when you try and change it, what happens then? What happens then?
Well, Facebook keeps saying that was an old password. You want to try again? And I just keep doing it over and over.
Yeah.
I hate it. I was just changing all my passwords today because I'm like, I keep forgetting. I'll change them.
Did they make you paranoid? Because they got hacked?
Oh yeah, they do say something like, this is suspicious. And I was like, okay, fine. I'll change it.
Yeah, because they supposedly have a really good firewall or whatever.
Yeah.
I have a question. What if someone leaked it thinking that they were doing a good thing?
Pez.
What if someone leaked it, like, their romantic messages and, like the picture of them kissing? What if someone, it would be a terrible way to force someone to come out like that, and I don't think it was a good idea. But what if someone thought it was like a good idea because it would like help them get public support to then feel like they could be together?
Then I would think that was an inside job. Because how would they know to like hack the emails to get that?
Mm-hmm.
That's still not cool though. You don't out your friends, like.
Mm-hmm.
And to
what if someone
all
was
those
like
emails?
Thought of that for some reason? What if someone was just like, oh, they never feel like they can be themselves, but I can get people to be behind them. I'm just thinking of theories, but I think that would be really stupid if someone to think that would be a good idea. But
I feel like, I know that Alex is smart, but if he was like, a little ditzy and was not that into politics and all that stuff, and he was trying to help out Henry, I feel like he could potentially be that person to do that, to try and be like, no, look, it's okay, but I don't think he did it. He knows better. What if it was a sister? What's her name?
June. Yeah, where's she been? I guess she was there.
She's literally so far, ever since the karaoke night, she's literally just been like when Alex needs support, or when Alex it's like him calling her and being like, how can I help? Or like, are you okay? Like, she's had nothing to do this entire time except like be a sounding board. Tell me everything. There's like maybe too many characters in this book. That's my only critique.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Remember when he was with Harry, like after he Henry, after he ghosted him, and he was like, I have 90 messages, like 89 from Nora and 1 from June asking where her sneakers are.
It was the opposite. It was the opposite.
Was it the opposite?
Yeah. Yeah, Nora is like really not even been in the story at all, except to be his beard for 5 seconds.
Yeah, so did Nora leak it?
I think it's someone from the royal like household, because that's how all their secrets got, like the real royal family, how all their secrets got out. Or it's someone trying to make a lot of money. So I don't think it's going to be anyone like in their trusted circle. I think it's going to be like one of those outsiders.
Yeah, like maybe Pez, like you were saying.
Well, he doesn't need money.
What if it was Luna and he was already having Alex be followed? Because he's like, they're going to slip. I know something's going to happen. Maybe he had him followed and it just so happened to get the photos. And like him confirming to him 2 days later about the relationship. He then, because he has access, right, to this like email portal.
Still on that side of.
Yeah.
And
he was able to leak everything.
If it's him, then he can replace Richard as the worst person ever because as like a gay person outing another gay person for the campaign that is like against your own values, like I cannot think of a worse person.
I feel like he would know better, but at the same time,
if I'm right,
he was freaking out. He's like, you can't tell me that. You can't tell me that. Why did you tell me that? Like, if he was sworn like that he just had to do what he had to do with Richards, and by Alex telling him that, he's like, I just have to do it. Like, that's my role, that's my duty, and I don't care if we were, friends or colleagues. I just have to report it. Because the next day, everything just went out, right? No,
yeah, because see, that bitch knew. He had already seen the photos, and he's like, hey, this is going to make it super juicy. Sell us to the tabloids. We got this in the bag. Makes sense now.
So, Luna?
I think my money's on him.
Luna and the dad? No.
Yeah, something's fishy with the dad, for sure.
What if this was the whole scheme they were talking about? I don't think so. I don't think the dad would do that to his son. That's sad.
Then the dad can be the new worst person ever.
He was all supportive too. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, who knows if the dad did something dumb and shady, but I don't think he'd intentionally out his kid. I don't think. We still know nothing about what the policies of the president actually are, and we probably never will.
No.
And I guess it's not important.
We just know that Richards is going against the LGBTQIA.
Yeah, that's like literally all we know.
Yeah, which I guess it's giving us a whole or we can make a big ass assumption of, what kind of where they stand in politics, but at the same time, I don't know. Do we want to know more about the politics?
That would just give way too much information into the backstories.
I think that they could at least mention a few little things, like a few details. Like it doesn't need to be like a whole thing. Just like they literally don't even mention policy positions at all. Like they don't even say like even throwaway comments. And it's kind of weird because we're supposed to feel like we're supposed to root for the president to win, but why do we care if she wins? Maybe she's terrible.
Yeah.
But this is me nitpicking. I'm nitpicking about this. It's not like the biggest problem or anything, but it's kind of funny that we know no one ever talks about anything good that she did. So.
But yeah, we want her to win the re-election.
like that's what this is all leading towards, is the reelect. Like that's probably what the, you know, what's happening soon. So in the chronology, we're like in September, or are we in October?
Oh, they were in the emails?
I think they said 4 months away.
September?
I think it's September.
Mm-hmm.
Were they in a pandemic during the story? Because they do say lockdown a little bit, but then it's like it went away.
No,
because
I think
is
this
in
book
2020.
I think this book was maybe published before the pandemic.
Oh my gosh. I just blinked and I was like, wait, when did the pandemic start? It wasn't 2020, but it was.
Yeah.
Beginning of 2020, I was like, wait, hold on.
Yeah, this book
Dude,
assumes
it was like
COVID
the
never
day after your
happened.
birthday.
Yeah. Literally the weekend after I celebrated my birthday, I came back and we're like, everyone mask up. And I'm like, what? I literally
don't leave your house.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
You're like, but I just turned 26.
Not even. It was 25.
Well, our friends turned 30 the year before, and we had to celebrate like way too many celebrations.
Yeah, I was like 30 as in like 2 months into being 30, and now I'm gonna be 33 in a few months. Puke! What the hell? That's not fair.
It was too much partying.
Oh man.
I wish we can get that time back, because it's like I had just started like
living.
Yeah, exactly. I had just visited New York. And I was like, okay, like we're gonna go travel, like, you know, whatever. No, none of that happened. Nothing.
Go now that it's expensive and dangerous.
Yeah. It's like I have to break off 3 fingers to fill up my gas tank.
Yeah.
My friends and I talked about how when it comes to like the age groups, like it sucked for little kids and like high schoolers, like school age kids. I thought we had it pretty good because we'd gone through college, we did all that, but we're still young, so we couldn't travel. My parents' group, the boomers, I think had it the best because they were like not old enough to be high risk, but they're like retired or at their end of their
they're already
career, just chilling. They want to be at home.
Yeah.
You know, they've had their children and they're tired.
They got to take up gardening and baking like the rest
My
of the
dad
world.
planted a vineyard.
That's cool.
A little one. There's only like 3 rows, but it's still.
That's so good. That's
cute.
So
it's enough for her.
Mm-hmm. 1 bottle of wine will come.
I agree. I think like, you know, I think like older children and teens, I feel like had it, and like college kids had it the worst. Like young kids, at least like they probably won't remember it, you know?
Yeah.
But
they miss out on socializing, which is really important for them. You know, like now everybody's like, even I came back a little antisocial, like not knowing how to start a conversation or to keep a conversation. You just stare like into thin air. That happens to me a lot.
They're all gonna be iPad kids.
I think most of like on my street, there's a bunch of kids and they were just all playing together like all the time.
Well, that's nice.
It was more the parents were like dying because they're like, we need our kids to go to school.
Yeah.
Give us a break.
I lived in an apartment when the pandemic first started, and my neighbor, because like we were closed, like everything was closed, the kid, he took up playing the trumpet, the piano, like a bunch of just random instruments. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I finally just like reported it, and it stopped for like maybe a couple days. And then it came up again. I was like, no, we have to move. Because they're going to know I complained. I'm the only neighbor on the side. Like, yeah, and he lived like, they lived right under a thing. So it like echoed. I was pissed when a teacher personally came in and dropped off like a tiny little piano, like an actual like little like a wooden piano, but it was small, and I was like, "You got to be kidding me!"
Time to move.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and then they're like in this story on their private jets, just like I don't know. It seems like seems like they could go anywhere, but then they're all limited by their schedule and secrecy and everything. So I don't know, like if they wind up together, I don't know what their life would be like. Would they still be in their separate countries, jet setting?
That's what I was
I feel like he's gonna have to pull a Prince Harry and like dip.
Yeah.
But maybe not. I don't know.
I don't think they can both stay where they're at right now. Someone has to be the one that removes themselves from their situation, because I don't think they can go back and forth.
I definitely don't think. I mean, I think it's easier for Alex to stay where he is. So, like, Henry is the one that needs to leave. Like, if he's no longer in line for the throne, he's kind of just booted.
Yeah.
Right. So,
yeah.
Like, I think you'll probably end up going back to the States with Alex and living in Texas next to the lake or something.
Or in Santa Barbara with.
There you go.
With Harry and Meghan and Oprah.
Yeah. Wait, Meghan and Harry are in Santa Barbara?
Yeah, they live next to Oprah.
Montecito.
Mm-hmm.
Right in between Oprah and Ellen DeGeneres.
I'm gonna go look for them. Just kidding. I did not know
they do trick-or-treating. You like Oprah opens her house to trick-or-treaters.
Oh my gosh.
Like, they have candy.
I knew about Ellen and Oprah, but not the they're so royal.
A lot of celebrities now live in Santa Barbara. Kind of sucks.
Wow.
Because it just drives the prices hella up.
I think though that if like Henry, his path was always kind of chosen for him, which was to be some kind of, you know, some kind of duties as a royal family member. But Alex actually like has ambitions and dreams that are his own, which were to go into politics and like be a senator and all of that stuff. So I kind of feel like it would be challenging because Henry kind of like, if he continues on his path, like he'd be forced to just like be living this life that he's not that passionate about. But Alex has some passion. So if Alex like goes and lives in England, how is he going to live up to his dreams? And I feel like I don't know how it would work if they both like if Henry doesn't leave and doesn't like make some kind of a change, because otherwise he's literally just continuing to be chained to this family without any free will.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that would be compatible with what Alex wants to do with his life.
That's true. Because I feel like, I think it was previously mentioned that Alex was like, that he would go to Henry, right? To his place. Like he would go over there. But I feel like they'd both be yes, they'd be together, but they would both not be happy. And they would like, you know, lead to depression or whatever. One, Alex is dropping the thing that he wants the most, like you said, his passions. And Henry would just, you know, he's still doing the things he doesn't want to do just because it's, you know, his duty. So yeah, I don't think that's possible. I don't think it's gonna happen. If it does, it's a weird book. It's a weird ending.
Like you'd have to stop being like, they call it a working royal, like what Harry and Meghan did, where they're it's not like they're not connected to the royal family anymore, but they're not working royals, and therefore they are like, you know, I don't know if he's out of the line of succession. I think I think his kids still are. I'm not sure if he is, but like basically they are like demoted. They don't get certain security. Like they're not like, you know, the first they're not part of the main team anymore. They're like demoted. So I feel like Henry could maybe do something similar where like it's not like, again, it's not like you're being booed from the family, but like you're not like a working royal, so you can have an actual kind of like private life, but you're not going to be in the line of succession. You're not going to be like, you know, getting certain privileges and stuff. And I feel like he'd probably be happy with that, but I don't know if his family would be really unhappy about that. So like he'd be happy just like running a charity with Pez like he wants to do, instead of, you know, being in the army and going to functions, which is what he would be doing.
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll, like, if Alex will rejoin the campaign, and maybe if Henry would go with him, and if they'll like win over all the gay voters.
We have to find out what's in that Texas binder.
I was gonna say, would the gay voters actually help? Or like, will that be enough? I don't know. I don't know much of the stats in this book and in real life.
Sorry, you cut out. What did you say? The first part of what you said, I didn't hear.
Do you think the votes of the LGBTQ plus, would they be enough to
in
help?
Texas? I feel like they've been trying to turn Texas purple and blue for a long time, but I'm not like, you know, if we're talking reality, I don't know like whether it's like a gerrymandering and districting issue, or if it's like a voter suppression issue, or if it's literally a demographic type issue, or why that is. But they're always talking about, you know, like turning Texas blue, like with Beto O'Rourke and stuff like that. So I don't actually know how in reality, like whether that's actually possible right now or not. But in the book, maybe it is. In the book, maybe there's some way to like that would turn the tide. I don't know.
I feel like when he was talking to his desk mate at the job, I feel like he said if we got every single like 20 something to vote, then it could go blue or something. But I don't know. They made some comment like that.
Yeah, that's the what I also thought he was saying. But then they didn't talk about it again, so I was like, I don't know. So maybe.
It was like silent for like a little bit. Because yeah, we're gonna finish it, right? And we're finishing, or are we squeezing in a whole nother section?
No, we gotta finish.
Squeezing in another section? What do you mean? No. There's
what is it, like 40 pages left?
It's 60 pages.
So we're meeting on Friday.
No. You guys want to meet on Friday? I don't know if I'll finish by Friday. I wouldn't be.
I kid.
It's only 60 pages because it's like kind of long. It's like an hour, 45 minutes.
The last section was 60 pages as well.
Yeah. The last chapter we read, was it chapter 13? That one on my Kindle was saying it was like 45 minutes.
Oh.
Like on my, like with my reading speed, it was telling me it was take me about 45 minutes to finish.
Oh. It actually looks really short. It's like
that's really short.
Shorter than this one.
That seems like really short. You really think that much?
I know. I was like,
This is gonna happen. But like we have a lot of unanswered questions.
It is, yeah. It is a lot. No, it's about the same.
If something stupid happens, you know what I was thinking while they're on a plane? I was like, what if this shit just like fell out of the sky and crashed and he never got to tell Henry how he felt? I was like, if this is how this ends, this is like the worst book ever.
That is horrible.
Because I feel like shit like that would happen. Like I've seen movies like that. It's like so dramatic.
I don't think this book will have death. It's
The queen has been poisoned. Oh shit.
You'd like to call poison control.
No.
You're about to call.
Siri's watching out.
Oh my god. Oh wait, you guys. What about at the end? Was it June was like, I have an idea?
Oh yeah, towards the end.
Like, what was that about?
Well, it was them showing up at the in London, right?
No.
Just like showing up to like demand the queen meet with them.
No, it was after. It was like the very end. Like,
He
wasn't
calls
it right
Queen
after
from
the
the
meeting?
air over the Atlantic. I need your help. What you got? I don't know. The public seems to like it. Crystal called poison control and she disappeared.
No.
Oh.
Cute. Do you guys have book choices?
Yes.
Yes.
Yay. Let me get my. Who wants to go first?
So I didn't get one.
I'm ready.
Okay, let's go.
So I follow a lot of van life people. And there's this one couple. I don't know if you guys seen them, Jean and Shay. And they do van life with their 2 cats. This is all irrelevant, but I was on their Instagram and she today recommended Every Summer After.
Oh my gosh.
Is that the one you're gonna do?
That's the one Darlene just sent me. So yeah.
And she said it was a very good beach read and was like a little steamy.
Oh.
But it's basically like you go back to your hometown. But I guess when she's gone back to her hometown, there's this man, and in their youth, like for 6 summers in a row, they had like little interactions. So it tells the story of the 6 summers and I think present day. I think it's very much like the summer version of Champagne Problems by Taylor Swift.
Oh my gosh.
It kind of sounds like People We Meet on Vacation too, a little bit, with the
I heard
like
that one was
every
good. Yeah.
with the like every chronological every summer kind of thing, romance.
And her name's Persephone, the main character.
Ooh.
I like that name.
Cool name.
Mm-hmm.
And they call her Percy. But that's all I have. That's my pitch. That I got it from a van lifer.
I did see, because I was like, oh my gosh, let me look at different books on Goodreads, and I also came across that one. And I was like, it seems pretty good, and I'm like, should we continue with romance? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So but it has a really good rating, 4.39.
I'll go next. So I tried to pick something that was a little different. Went back to like thriller action kind of thing, but it's still like travel themed. So it's this one here. It's called Two Nights in Lisbon, and I saw it at the indie bookstore that I'm always talking about. They have like bestsellers. They have this shelf that they're always changing up. So I saw it on the shelf. I've never heard of this author or anything, so I don't know anything about them, but it's like a new book, so 2022, and it's on Amazon's best books, so that's also promising. But the and Stephen King likes it. So here is the summary. Ariel Price wakes up in Lisbon alone. Her husband is gone. No warning, no note, not answering his phone. Something is wrong. She starts with hotel security, then the police, then the American embassy, at each confronting question she can't fully answer. What exactly is John doing in Lisbon? Why would he drag her along on his business trip? Who would want to harm him? And why does Ariel know so little about her new, much younger husband? The clock is ticking. Ariel is increasingly frustrated and desperate, running out of time, and the one person in the world who can help is the one person she least wants to ask. With sparkling prose and razor-sharp insights, best-selling author Chris Pavone delivers a stunning and sophisticated international thriller that will linger long after the surprising final page.
That sounds good.
Ooh, that does sound good.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the Amanda Knox story.
Mm.
You guys ever
Mm-hmm.
watch that documentary?
Oh, heck yes, yeah. I was all over that. There
was this really bad, hopefully it's nothing like this movie, but there was a movie on Netflix with Leighton Meester from Gossip Girl that was kind of like this, except it was really bad. Hopefully it's not like the movie that I saw. But it was the same thing, like she's with her friend and her friend goes missing and she's going to the embassy, but no one believes her, but her friend was murdered, and it's like, but that was a really bad movie. So if you ever see that on Netflix, don't watch it.
Well, sometimes I like really bad movies, so.
Well, I don't think it was like bad enough to like be fun. It was just kind of not, it was just boring and not good.
Okay, I'll do mine next. I feel like it's kind of similar to Paula's.
It's the same book. I'm just kidding.
I know. Okay, it's called The Flight Attendant by Chris Bohjalian. And my other book club was talking about it. I'm like, oh, I should use that for travel. Okay, so the summary. Cassandra Bowden is no stranger to hungover mornings. She's a binge drinker. Her job with the airline making it easy to find adventure, and the occasional blackouts seem to be inevitable. She lives with them and the accompanying self-loathing. When she awakes in a Dubai hotel room, she tries to piece the previous night back together, counting the minutes until she has to catch her cruise shuttle to the airport. She quietly slides out of bed, careful not to aggravate her already pounding headache, and looks at the man she spent the night with. She sees his dark hair, his utter stillness, and blood, a slick, still wet pool on the crisp white sheets. Afraid to call the police, she's a single woman alone in a hotel room, far from home. Cassie begins to lie. She lies as she joins the other flight attendants and pilots in the van. She lies on the way to Paris as she works the first-class cabin. She lies to the FBI agents in New York who meet her at the gate. Soon it's too late to come clean or face the truth about what really happened back in Dubai. Could she have killed him? If not, who did? Set amid the captivating world of those whose lives unfold at 40,000 feet, the flight attendant unveils a spellbinding story of memory, of the giddy pleasures of alcohol, and the devastating consequences of addiction and of murder far from home. And it was, I think, already made into a mini-series on HBO, right, Paula?
Yeah, it's good. It has Kaylee Cuoco. Did you guys? I watched it the first season. I don't know if any of you have seen it, but it's very fun.
I heard it was good, but I never saw it.
I've heard of it, but I didn't know it was. Everything is a book now, right?
Everything gets adapted.
Or based on a book, because technically the book came first. Wow, I didn't think that's cool. It has good ratings too. Wow. Okay. And Crystal, you said you didn't have one? Well, Darlene's is the same as Katie's. And Karina says she's skipping this time. I will pick this one called The Getaway Girls. You can't really see it. What?
That's cute.
It's a little man. So, let's see. One morning, Connie wakes up and decides to swap her ordinary life for an extraordinary adventure. Connie is finally free to make her own decisions for the first time in decades, and when she meets glamorous Gil and Maggie at a rather dull flower arranging class, it seems that she's not the only one dreaming of adventure. The three very different women all agree it's about time they had a holiday to remember, so they make a pact for the summer to be their best yet, and drive off into the sunset together. As they meander their way along the beautiful beaches of France and onto the glorious delights of Italy in their luxury camper van, the new friends have plenty of fun and frolics in the sunshine. But the vacation isn't quite what they expected. Gil will do anything to have one last holiday romance. Connie has a surprise inheritance awaiting her in Italy, and Maggie has a secret that is going to catch up with them all. In the end, all three women discover that the journey they thought would be their last really is just the beginning. And it's about friendship and laugh out loud, life affirming, little journey, and some romance.
It reminds me of Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
I was gonna say that.
I've never read it, but I've seen the movie
too.
Just like friendship dynamics, not like totally lighthearted, but pretty like warm and fuzzy.
I feel like someone's dying.
Oh,
The secret, I'm just like, I don't know. It seems like it's very predictable, but we'll see.
A comfort read, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll put those books up unless Krista wants to take one off her shelf or someone else wants to add another.
I don't have my shelf.
Oh, that's right. You're not home. Sorry.
Pick one from last month. We had a lot of really good options last month.
Last month? Where did I write it down? Over here. I did see another one when you were saying champagne problems. As I was looking around on Goodreads, there was this one called The Summer of Broken Rules. And the first line in Goodreads, it says, a romance novel inspired by the songs of Taylor Swift.
Oh.
And I was like, oh. But I don't know if it's fairly new.
What if we do a Taylor Swift month and we just do it based
That'd be so fun.
Like it has to be based off of one of the songs.
That is like putting in work because I really have to think about it.
Yeah. Homework.
I just get like something with red in the title or something.
There's a book called Red Queen.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, I've read that.
Yeah, is it all right? No. See,
it's kind of it wants to be the Hunger Games, but no.
Oh.
Is there a list of Taylor Swift's favorite books?
There's a list of all the books Harry Styles has read. I've looked. I'm sure there's a Taylor Swift one. Last time we had One Last Stop. Tomorrow Will Be Different. Boy Erased. When Katie Met Cassidy. I almost was gonna say My Policeman. I still haven't read it. But
there's one The Hotel Nantucket
Hotel Nantucket.
by Elin Hilderbrand. It's just, I mean, a woman on the beach is what the cover is. Let me see.
Oh, I did see this one as a summer read as well.
This author is the queen of beach reads, according to Google Books. About a summer scandal at a Nantucket hotel.
It offers something for everyone in this summer drama for the ages. Filled with emotional tension and multiple points of view.
Maybe just an option to fill up the...
Yeah, I can add it. And then take it.
There's this one. Isn't this the author that you guys read before?
Yeah.
Did you like her other book?
Yeah. I wanted to do that one, but Corina has read like every book. And I'm like, Corina, stop reading, but I can't tell her that. Let me see. Maybe in another.
I'm not sure if it's totally like I literally just search travel related novels.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is fully like on theme. It's like a dual like two different paths kind of novel, it seems like. And like in one of them she goes with on a ride with someone, and the other one she doesn't. So I don't know if it's really.
Wait, what is it called again?
I think Crystal
it's called Maybe in Another Life.
Crystal
I think I have that book. Let's say that one because I have it.
Yeah, I was looking at it and I'm like, Crystal has suggested this, I think like 5 months ago, like a long time ago.
That's probably why it seems familiar.
Yeah,
you know what, Crystal? I think you did suggest this one before. Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll do the hotel one and then this one. And that will be our...
And now we have one for everyone.
Yeah, we have some choices. So then it's
oh my god, I started reading this like Taylor Swift recommended list.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know. It was on some website and it was like Harry Potter and Hunger Games and some other random stuff. And like some of them I think she recommended, and some of them it was like Taylor Swift told a fan once she liked this book.
Oh my god. Seems shady.
Yeah, it's kind of shady.
Doesn't seem legit.
I think the Hunger Games, it's like a given because she had a song in it.
Mm-hmm.
And like the same with like the Crawdads. Like there's no way she's not gonna be like, you guys read this book. You know, like her song was like, woof. Oh, are you talking about Normal People? She said Taylor Swift told a fan she loved this book.
Yeah,
I just saw that.
Oh, Paula, did you see the Crawdads or no? Because your mom got COVID.
That is why I did not go, because my mom got COVID the day we were gonna go. And then like it stopped playing at the theater near me, so I'm just gonna watch it like when it goes.
It's already out of the theater?
Well, the theater closest to me is actually like a small theater, so they like stuff leaves pretty fast actually, but it's in other theaters, just not the one near me. So I will probably just wait for it to come to streaming now, because now it's not convenient to go.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I never saw it.
Is your mom feeling okay?
Yeah, now she's better. She had symptoms for like a week, and she's like, I don't think I have it, and I'm like, I think you have it. And then she finally tested positive, and then she continued to like she's kind of a workaholic, like it's pretty bad, and she continued to like work like crazy and was like, I'm not getting better, and I'm like, take work off and sleep. And so literally finally like 2 days ago she finally like it tested negative and is sort of feeling better. But like, she was like refusing to stop working, like a crazy person.
Parents, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found out. Oh, yeah, I should stop recording.